Hello, hello, hello. This is Cyborg.
And Bumblebee.
And today we're going to be talking about
Ultimates issue number 13. Ultimates 3.0.
Don't you interrupt me. Ultimates 3.0. Let's go.
So this issue starts off with Tony Stark in the Triskelion, and Wasp came up to give a briefing on a mission that she had went on in Buenos Aires. But he's kind of distracted.
Right now, he's in his own mind. Like, he's thinking 1,000,000 times a second to figure out what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about his father and all this other stuff. Like, and mind you, I'm not going to say he just woke up, but he kind of just woke up out of death.
Pretty much.
So the fact that he's doing all this after that, that's immaculate. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And Wash is like, "Have you eaten? Like, what have you been up to?" And he's like, "I'm fine." And then she says that she's gonna go take a nap.
Mm-hmm. She lies,
but we'll get into that.
Traitor.
And then other note, this whole issue has bits and pieces of him kind of writing a letter to his dad, telling him about what they've been up to, what's been happening.
All the mess that's been going on since he's been technically gone.
Talking about what has worked and what hasn't worked, and how they're changing things up and, getting down and gritty. They've created their own internet because the Makers Council has
controlled the regular internet and all the sources to give out the news. They want to.
They have control of media, the internet. So, like, if they don't want something coming out, it's not going to come out. So they had to create their own altnet.
Yep, it's weird, but hey, it's there.
So that they can disseminate information to people about what's really going on. And people are signing up, they're learning, their eyes are being opened. And we also see throughout the issue, we see Tony Stark helping other members of the Ultimates with different things.
The Incredible Hulk trying to get back her island along with the other islanders.
He's here with America Chavez talking to some people. I'm not sure where exactly they are, but she's spreading the information about the Ultimates, telling people that the Ultimates are actually the good guys, and letting them know what's up,
giving them hope again.
Yes. And then we see him and Captain America taking out more Red Skull cities, taking them down, getting the kids out, and then kind of giving the people a chance to, are you going to reform or are you going to stay doing what you believe in? You have a choice.
If you're going to keep doing what you're doing, I'm going to have to put you down.
Pretty much.
Right here, right now.
And let's see what else he's... and then, we talk about the internet, how they're giving people information on how to do certain things. People are starting to grow their own food because information was put out about how they're putting certain things in the food that their people are getting.
Oh yeah, all that pesticides and all that stuff. Ooh.
We see on Hulk Island, let's see what else is happening. He's talking about how Luke Cage is reforming the prison system. It's kind of becoming a school of sorts.
Yep, school of rock.
Because if you remember, a lot of these people that they were locking up were people that potentially could become heroes, agitators, things like that. So
vigilantes, if you will.
They kind of have like the perfect storm in the sense that a lot of these people have powers, or have the potential to have powers, are certain charismatic people. So they're there teaching them, science, training them, getting them ready.
Body, mind, and spirit.
Just getting them ready
to take on the government.
Giving them a chance to reform.
If they want to.
Yeah. And also in the issue, we see Tony Stark talking with the Human Torch, saying,
the Robo Human Torch.
Yeah. And Tony Stark is asking him to do something. I'm not sure what it is because they didn't tell us what Tony Stark is asking him to do. But from the context, it seems like the Human Torch is going to sacrifice himself in some way. He was talking about said his goodbyes already to his one friend, which would be Captain America. And again, they didn't tell us what he's going to be doing. It's just through the context.
But then there was that traitor.
Oh, yes. She was had made herself really small and was hiding and listening to whatever they were talking about.
Claiming that she was going to take a nap.
Uh-huh. And then at the very end of the issue, we see Tony Stark, all the Tony Starks that were out helping the different Ultimate members heading back to the Triskelion. And apparently, he cloned himself.
Yeah, basically, he did shadow clone jutsu.
So that he could be in all these different places at once.
Just so he can help out, be there to do what he has to do.
And apparently next time he's going to try to clone himself 9 or 10 times.
Oh my gosh.
He did 6 this time. And there goes Wasp again, being, watching and listening.
Literally a fly on the wall. That traitor.
And I'm pretty sure she's going to tell the council about this, and that's not going to be good.
Nope.
She's a traitor.
Definitely.
They have 5 months remaining until the Maker is
free.
Yes.
So
interesting read.
Yeah, I like it. It's giving us more of what's going to be happening soon and how the heroes are preparing. Oh, almost forgot. Tony has put a time machine in the middle of the prison where they're reforming everyone. And from what it was being said, I'm not entirely sure.
Time, it goes by faster 6-1.
So we're thinking, does it mean that their whole body and age and all that goes up 6? Or is it like for their powers and their brain and all that extra stuff?
My question is, in the sense of time, like are the people physically aging as well? Like if someone went in, or like if for every year 20. For every year that happens on the outside, is it 6 years on the inside? Is that what's happening? That's my question. Or is there somehow made to where like they still stay the age that they're supposed to be, but they just have more time to, train and prepare?
That is a good question. Now, I'm leaning more towards they have more time to train and prepare, but at the same time, I think they're aging.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that would make the most sense unless Tony Stark had a way to like isolate so that, their physical bodies weren't aging, but time was going by faster.
Right.
Which I'm not sure if he would have the capability to do that. But then again, who knows?
True, it is Tony. He possibly could have had a way to do that. But all in all, this was a good read. I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Gave me more information, more questions than answers. But hey, that's what we're here for, Super Who.
Mm-hmm.
We'll answer the questions, we'll ask more, and we'll just keep going until we get what we want, right? So you guys, check out your local comic book store. And if for some reason that you can't, you can also check out the app.
The Marvel Unlimited app.
Where you can read it with your friends, your family, your dog, all of it and above. You guys take care. Peace.